Let's take a few moments to feel grounded and centered, shifting our weight side to side. Lifting the feet a little as you shift your weight. Let's incorporate the hands as well, keeping the joints soft and supple. Let's invite some larger movements. And then slow it down. Anchored through the feet now as we're shifting. Keep your knees soft. Let's keep our energy low. Stay here for a few moments. And then gradually, as we're feeling rooted into the earth, start stretching out the spine, growing and expanding like a tree, reaching up to the sky. And let's bring our hands to our heart center. Bowing our heads, feeling centered through the feet. Taking a few moments to just focus on our natural breath. And then releasing our arms out to the sides, palms open, rolling the shoulders back. And then forwards. And then relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Let's drop the right ear towards right shoulder, keeping the chin tucked towards the chest. And then over. And then dropping the chin forward as we make our way over to the other side. Let's come back to center, interlacing the hands, pressing down, and then lifting up, and then all the way overhead if your shoulders allow, maybe looking up as well. Keep your tailbone dropped, knit your ribs together, but reach up out of the shoulders and hips. And release, unravel, unwind, arms back out to the sides, palms open. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale fully out through the mouth. Bringing the hands up by the shoulders, palms face out. Press through the hands, rounding the spine, tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin. And then inhale, let's bring those hands back to the shoulders, elbows tucked in to neutral spine. On an exhale, round. Let's keep moving between the two. Last one. Really stretch, hollowing out the abdominals. Opening mid-back, upper back. And then release, bring it back in. Arms out our sides, palms open. Pausing and mountain. And then bringing our hands to our hips. Feet still about hip distance apart. On your next exhale, let's hinge from the hips forward. Soften your knees, but keep your spine long. Nice stretch behind the legs. And let's come back up. Let's keep moving. Hinging from the hips and bowing. Keeping our head centered between the shoulders. Taking our gaze a little forward. The next time we come up, let's take a wider stance. Same thing, toes still pointing ahead, hinging from the hips, come forward. The next time we come up, let's turn the left toes out and then turn the right toes in, and then dropping the left hip, keeping the right hip rising up, engaging the inner left thigh for a stretch, feeling anchored through the feet, and then keeping your hand either on your hip or releasing it down to the inner left leg. Let's open up the right side of the body, either reaching through elbow or reaching the fingertips up. Gaze can be straight ahead, down, or up. All right, let's come up, switch to the other side. Right toes out, left toes in a little, dropping the right hip down, opening left side of the body. Rising back up. Toes pointed straight ahead, hinging forward from the hips, hands down to the blocks or the ground. Shifting your weight more towards the toes and the heels for a moment. Still keeping most of your weight in your feet, not your hands. And then from here, we'll add a twist. So taking your left hand to the center, dropping the left hip, opening the right hip, spiral open to the right. Both hands back down to center, pausing here for a moment. Really shifting the pelvis towards the thighs, lifting the tailbone away from us. Again, softening the knees so we can lengthen the spine. And then taking the right hand to the center, dropping the right hip, opening to the left. And back to center. Let's roll up. So soften the knees, soften the spine, head heavy, arms heavy. Roll up, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Arms come up. And then release them at your sides. Let's turn our toes out from this wider stance. Hands on hips, sit between the heels, knees open up as we sit further down. So they're moving towards pinky sides of feet. Staying centered between the heels, not leaning forward. And then once you feel secure, let's reach our arms out. Opening chest, maybe lifting chin. And then we'll add a movement. Reach arms up as we straighten the legs. And exhale, sit down between the heels, arms wide. Keep moving. The next time we sit between the heels, let's take our arms forward. Keep our arms soft. Add a little pulse. Pause, lifting the arms straight up, sinking between the heels. keeping the knees opening out. And then press up, reach up, release the arms, turning the toes forward, heel, toe, back to mountain. Shifting a little side to side, and then start turning a little, tapping the sides of the body with the hands. Slow and soften your breath. All right, let's come back to center. Back to mountain. Shifting our weight towards the toes and then back towards the heels. And then finding the center again. Release tension in the abdominals and the lower back. Allow your tailbone to drop. Feeling tall and flexible through the top of the head. Let's snake the spine a little. And then holding in the center again. Deep inhale. Full exhale. While we're pausing here in mountain, let's tune into the energy within and around us. Transforming and transmuting, harnessing that energy. Filling any energetic holes. Calling back any overextended energy. Reclaiming your inner power. Deep inhale and exhale. Open your gaze softly if your eyes aren't open yet. And we'll have a few moments of a sound meditation. So come to a seated position, whatever's most comfortable for you, or maybe even lying down. Legs up the wall is always a nice choice. Wherever and however you may be resting, you can continue to rest. I'll wrap up by ending with an Om. You can join me if you like. If you will be joining me, we'll inhale together and then we'll begin our Om, and it's Ah, Oo, trying to give equal time to each of those sounds. Inhale. Bring our hands to our heart center. Let's bow our heads. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.